Welcome to the Weird Library. I am the librarian. It is a pleasure to meet you here. Many have attempted, but failed, to visit through various means where you have merely stumbled. Indeed, the stars must be right, and the mists have waned. Do not let the strangeness of these walls concern you, nor the vast collection of its tomes. I have selected a particular tale in anticipation of your arrival. Rio may be a modern town, but it holds forces much older. Money and privilege can't save you from your own misdeeds. Tonight's story is read to you by the author, Daniel Braum. Daniel writes short stories that explore the tensions between the psychological and the supernatural. He intentionally adopts the term strange tales for his Twilight Zone-like stories in homage to Robert Aickman and the international ambiguities of his work. His stories have appeared in places ranging from The Best Horror of the Year, Volume 12, edited by Ellen Datlow, to Shivers 8, edited by Richard Chismar, along with his own collections. He is the host of the Nighttime Logic reading and interview series. Find him at bloodandstardust.wordpress.com. You can read Ghosts of the Pantal and more in Daniel's latest collection, Phantom Constellations, from Cemetery Dance Publishing.
Ghosts of the Pantal. 1. Ipanema Beach, Brazil, 2004. The three-story building, indistinguishable from the others built into the sloping hills ringing the city, is the one Rio de Janeiro's unfaithful husbands and their guests know as the playground. Their playground. In a room inside, the jungle room, a taxidermy jaguar head is mounted on a wall. The big cat once roamed the wilds of the Pantal. Now its lifeless stare gazes across the hideaway and through tinted windows to Ipanema Beach, where revelers are worshipping the sun. The hillside and bustling hotel strip are the habitats of the rich. There is no middle class in Rio. The crime rate is astronomical. The new government camera system has cut it 90%. Still, the city is not a safe place at all. On a mountaintop in the distance, the statue, Christ the Redeemer, can be seen, monumental stone arms outstretched, silent and oblivious to everything below. The ubiquitous crime, the businessmen toasting with iced cachaça, the murderously hungry, the divine samba dancing, the rodizio feasts, the human trafficking, all side by side together with every luxury and every human failing one can name. Beneath the jaguar head, New York businesswoman, Esme DeMarco, and a young Brazilian woman who Esme's colleagues procured and paid to come, disrobe. The battle between the warmth from the themed room's fireplace and the chill of the AC plays out on their skin. Esme and her brother Nathan arrived unseen, in a chauffeured car that navigated the twists and turns of back streets and tight alleyways to the ramp descending into the playground's garage. An elevator took them and Esme's three colleagues up, the building designed for those like them to come and go unseen. Automated locks keep those inside in and those outside out. Esme thinks the entry is fun, something out of a Batman movie. Esme's colleagues are in the playground's other rooms, with women of their choosing. Lunch and discussion of their International Monetary Fund project was rushed short to maximize time. Nathan is in the kitchen, where the servants are waiting to bring food and caipirinhas when summoned. An armed guard stands watching security camera feeds with professional stoicism. Esme has already forgotten the woman's name. She does not know if she speaks English or Portuguese. She doesn't care. The young woman shudders when Esme reaches to touch her. She likes the way the fire reflects on the curve of the woman's calf. There's something wrong with her foot, Esme notices. The angle does not look correct. The young woman places her hands on Esme's shoulders, then slides them to her neck. "Stop," Esme says. "It's not her thing." "Stop," she manages to spit, then finds she is gasping for air. The young woman does not stop. Esme's vision is fading, and the room becomes black, dark as the jaguar's lifeless glass eyes. 2. American Airlines Flight 88, New York to Rio de Janeiro, 18 hours earlier. "Excuse me, may I trouble you to switch seats?" Natan asks the woman next to him. "That your wife up there?" the woman says. Natan thinks the woman is beautiful and stylish. He notices her pronounced Adam's apple and masculine, well-manicured hands. "No, not my wife. My sister," he says. "Oh, I like your sister. I like that she dresses up for a flight." "Well, she has an engagement right from the plane." "An engagement? Oh, that kind of business trip, I see." "You could say that. I'm not along for the party, though," Natan says. "Such crocodile tears, my dear. I just got back in a relationship, one I've been fighting to keep. Don't know why I'm telling you this. Even if I wasn't, that kind of party's not for me. You never partied with me, handsome. I'm sure you're up there with the best." "Up there? I am the best. I mean, I was. I saved my money, started my salon in the village. I do hair for runway shows, too. It isn't much, but it's my dream. In my studio, no one cares if you are a boy or a girl. It's all about the art. I swore I would never go back to Rio. Yet here you are." "Here I am. My first and only time back. My mother, she's come down with... There's something about you, doll. I never talk about my life." "I get that a lot." "Bet you do. You're not the only one with an eye for seeing things as they are. Your sister's a CEO or some shit, but you're a pro. How much to kill, my son of a bitch ex?" "I get asked that a lot, too. I'm a farmer now." "A farmer?" "A sunflower farmer." "No such thing." "Yet here I am," Natan says. "I know men like you. I can spot you a mile away. You're a killer. 150 acres in the Catskills says you're wrong, as does a family of porcupines, and an old bear we all call Papa Honey, who's been eating from the apple trees on my land probably since you were in diapers. A real farm? You grow shit? The apples and blueberries have gone wild. I only have luck with sunflowers. I told you, I'm here for my sister." "I get it now," the woman says. "Some advice for you, handsome. Use protection. Don't kiss. Absolutely never kiss on the lips." "I'm not here for... The advice is for your sister. Just telling you straight. Seems like your first time. You gonna switch seats? Or what, my friend?" "Or what? I'm comfortable already. But I like you. So one more thing. Beware of red-headed women." Thanks? In my country, it's safer to just flat out avoid them." "Safer?" Natan asks. "Kurupir." "What? You don't speak old Tupi?" "No." "Didn't think so. Where I come from, there is nothing but monkey shit and jaguar skin, and your own skin. Know what I mean? Natan is about to reply when he sees the serious demeanor that has come over her. You are handsome and a charmer, and I seem to like telling you things, she says. You're a watchdog. I get it. So in your engagements, watch out for... Her voice cracks. For the red hair, yes, if our feet are facing the wrong way, if you want to live, stop whatever you are doing, leave, and run like hell. That's quite the advice. You've got me all wrong, though. Do I? The woman closes her eyes and turns her head. Natan notices her hair is red. Dyed, though. Does that count? He glances at her feet, just in case. For the rest of the flight, he keeps an eye on Esme as she sleeps, as he promised her husband and promised himself he would. His sleep is fitful and burdened by the knowledge that the days are growing short that he can keep her out of trouble and snares of her own making. 3. Rio de Janeiro, 2 hours after landing. Esme's old friend from graduate school, Elias Machado, lives in one of the lovely hillside homes with his kids and new fiancée. He is hosting Esme and Natan for their 48-hour trip celebrating his impending second marriage. Over the years, working on their various projects and investments, Esme and Elias have been to the great countries of the world, yet as far as Natan knows, they've only seen it mechanically, with their architect eyes and technical minds. Elias has never been to the Amazon or the Pantal, the great natural wonders of his country, despite the project he and Esme are working on. Esme and Elias have done all the things right. They've succeeded on their smarts and strength and bootstraps. They've built wealth and live in ways universally commended. What they share beyond their mutual love of numbers and logic and the precision of their trade is something they can't name and don't even know is a thing. An emptiness and inability to feel. Natan sees it. He knows it is a thing, even if there isn't an English word for it. He's seen his sister struggle, seen her feed that emptiness with subterfuge, deception, and sex. He's afraid for her. He knows the empty things feed on you too. That there isn't much of her left. That is why he is here. Elias Machado's servants take Natan and Esme's bags. Other servants hand them cool drinks before they are off again. Within minutes, they and Elias's new fiancée are on the luxurious hotel strip where they rendezvous with their 3 business colleagues and their wives. There is a round of kisses and hellos, then the men, plus Esme, and the women separate into 2 groups. As the wives enter the first boutique to begin their shopping, a large SUV with blacked-out windows turns the corner. Esme and the men and Natan pile in. The SUV speeds away, past the coconut vendors, the volleyball players, and the telenovela film crew filming on the beach. The vehicle turns into an alley. It navigates the twists and turns and takes the ramp into the playground's garage. 4. The 2 prostitutes taking their break in the playground's kitchen are wearing only white towels. The guard insisted Natan wear only a towel too. He complied to avoid making a problem. After snorting lines of cocaine and picking at a plate of spiced chicken, the women take turns making advances on him, which he refuses. It's our job, they say. This is my job too, Natan replies. Are you gay? I'm not gay. Are you married? I'm not married. Natan hears them decide in Portuguese that he is gay. They return to doing lines to the delight of the guard, who watches them as if they are the most interesting television show. Behind him, on the screen, the camera feed shows Esme being choked by her naked plaything. Natan grabs a kitchen knife, secures his towel, and runs to the jungle room. 5. As Flight 88 speeds towards Brazil, Natan slips in and out of memories that become dreams as he falls into fitful bits of sleep. Natan's grandmother, Grandma Rivka, had a cabana in the Catskills where he and Esme spent summers in their youth and later on in life. He sees Grandma Rivka tending to her field of sunflower seedlings one June when he was a young man, one of the last times he saw her. So fragile, so fleeting, Grandma Rivka says. Your sister says, why bother? I say, what a miracle seeds are. What a miracle this earth is. These human bodies, extraordinary cosmic miracles, machines of divine will. What do you think, Natan? I don't know. Natan is at the farm to hide while trouble blows over. Grandma Rivka doesn't like it when he uses the farm and her this way, yet she allows it. Your sister never comes. She doesn't understand this aspect of the world. You two will either become the worst of us, or you will become great forces of good for humanity. I am counting on you to turn your sister around, Natan. How do you know, Grandma? Why shouldn't I just stay here and grow things with you? Would it matter if I said, because I see it in the stars? Would it matter if I said I love Esme? I love you both. That I want to believe that there is a meaning to the world, and that meaning is us and what we do. It doesn't seem fair. What? What doesn't seem fair? Life. Everything. Nor is it said that life is fair or supposed to be fair. To think otherwise and to try to impose fairness on the world not only is falsehood, it is to invite sorrow. When you put it that way, it makes me think, why do anything at all? We do things because we want to. As for the rest, because we love each other. Now, are you going to help your sister like I told you? I will. It still sounds to me like there is no meaning. There is meaning enough, my boy. There has to be. 6. The woman on the plane next to Natan thinks of the small village in the Pantal where she was born as she drifts into sleep. There was something about the man next to her that inspired her to speak of the Aboriginal language, Old Tupi, and all the things she left behind when she moved her life to Rio and then New York. Her life in Rio she does not allow herself to think of, not even in dreams. How long has it been since she spoke of the red-haired things called the Kurupir, the forest spirits of the Pantal, the things that can look like people, except their feet are turned backwards? As a girl, she once saw a Kurupir use its back-turned feet to create a trail of footprints to lead a group of poachers deeper into the woods to be killed. As she grew up, the Amazon rainforest river basin burned. Development threatened the Pantal at every turn. She learned the worst dangers no longer have to be present to do their harm, and she knows the Kurupir have come to the cities, doing the things and haunting the places she does not allow herself to think of. They have become good at disguising themselves. Why she felt she should warn this American man, she does not know. She decided she was much too tired to say much more. She slips in and out of a memory of a jaguar she saw as a child, the big cat gracefully entering the water and swimming across a gentle flowing river. She falls into sleep and dreams of the forest spirit and the poachers and how it ended in blood and flames. As Natan is running to the jungle room, a flash of pity for himself washes over him. It is not fair that his fears have come to pass. He hears Grandma Rivka's words in his mind. That sorrow comes from trying to be an instrument of justice, and it dawns on him how many of his sorrows have been born this way. In seconds, he is in the room. Esme is being dragged across the floor and has gone blue. The naked woman has her by the neck in a chokehold. Natan sees her backwards-facing feet. Without thinking, he is on them. With brute force, he frees Esme from the woman-thing's grasp. His instincts come alive. The woman on the plane was right. He is a killer. He pushes Esme's former plaything against the window. Esme has dropped to the floor and is motionless. "Go ahead, kill me," the woman thing says. "It is what you do. It will not save her." A bargain. Esme is more than oxygen-starved. She has turned an unnatural, sickly blue. "A bargain," Natan says. "Take me. Trade me for her." The word, the strange foreign word, the woman from the plane used, blooms in Natan's mind. Kurupir. "Take only you?" the Kurupir says. "Not good enough. Do you value your life?" Natan hates the threat. He hates that he means to follow through on it. "You and them," the Kurupir says. "All 4 of them. My sister lives, and you take 5 of our lives. How is this fair? Your life is spared. You will serve me. They will die. Why kill them? You will kill them. Then you return with me to the Pantal. You want me to spend my life in the Pantal? You will give 20 of your years," the Kurupir says. "It is a place of jaguars and flowers. You will kill. You will feel free." Natan thrusts the kitchen knife into the Kurupir's chest. He drops to the floor and checks Esme's pulse and her breath. The Kurupir bursts into flames. Esme's colleagues and the guard rush into the room. "Which one of you brought her? How is she burning? She's nowhere near the fireplace. What the hell is going on?" "It's him, the brother. I told you I didn't want him here. He saved your damn life. I saw it all on the camera. She was coming for us next. Is Esme going to live?" "She has to live," Natan says. He compresses her chest and breathes air into her blue lips. "You have to live," he mutters as he tries to start her heart. "The price I paid. The price we paid. You are going to live and be the woman Grandma Rivka knew you could be." A spurt of dark blood jets from Esme's mouth. "You have to live," Natan cries. The jaguar head does not hear his demands, nor does the monumental statue visible on the mountain in the distance. If they have noticed these happenings, they give no sign. Just like the dwellers of the neighboring hillside buildings, and those fighting to survive in Rio streets, and the sand-coated beaches, and the sand-coated beachgoers reveling in the cloudless, sun-soaked Ipanema day, they remain oblivious to it all. The jaguar head does not hear his demands, nor does the monumental statue visible on the mountain in the distance. If they have noticed these happenings, they give no sign, just like the dwellers of the neighborhood hillside buildings, and those fighting to survive in Rio streets, and the sand-coated beachgoers reveling in the cloudless, sun-soaked Ipanema day, they remain oblivious to it all.
It has been wonderful having you visit, but time is fleeting. The universe has begun to shift away from our convergence, for now. The Weird Library is produced by Dark Side of the Bridge Studios, LLC. Audio editing and music by Bridget Brenmark. Did you know that you can get your very own Weird Library logo book bag? Check out all of our merch at www.weirdlibrary.com. All proceeds go towards producing episodes for the Weird Library. Other ways to help the podcast are to follow, rate, and review the Weird Library on your favorite streaming service. This really helps the show reach more people who will enjoy our stories. Your support is much appreciated, and thank you for listening.